X-Men issue number 24, Age of Revelation epilogue, man. We still getting breadcrumbs, and this is not about the X-Men. This is about the fake X-Men. I'm talking about 3K. Yo, what are we waiting on? Roll that intro, cuz. Yeah. What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earthsmack the Mad Scientist, and welcome back to the Orange Phoenix Media channel. So today we're talking about X-Men issue number 24, and this is strictly about 3K. There is no X-Men featured in this issue. And yes, you want to stick around to the end of this video because I got a lot to say about this issue and what it's about to do, or what I think is about to do. But first, we're going to explain what exactly is going on in this issue. So let's get into it. Now, in issue number 24, like I said, it is strictly about 3K. And Cassandra Nova is very impatient. Now, she's like, listen, the chairman has been silent for a week. A week, not a year, not 6 months, not 2 years, but a week. And it was like, listen, we need a new leader. That's all we need. Like, damn, like, can a brother take vacation? Like, can the chairman take vacation? Like, I can't be off for work because somebody's going to take my spot. But Cassandra Nova is like, listen, we are in a leadership vacuum, and she's saying it without saying it. Yeah, I'm going to be the new leader. So what do y'all think about it? Astra, Wire, how do y'all feel about this moving forward? So that left a whirlwind of events, and it did all this in this issue in very much compact form. So it takes us to Astra as she's talking to Joseph, the Magneto clone. Put a pin in that for a second. So in Age of Revelation, there was a Magneto that was walking around. He did not have RLDS. But in issue number 23 of X-Men, Cyclops was confused as all get out because you can take out Ramsey, you can take out Revelation, and Magneto was like, how am I supposed to do that? I got RLDS. Like, this is a real thing. This is a real thing, fam. Like, what exactly is going on? And Cyclops is confused as far as what's going on because he's in a different part of a timeline. He didn't go directly in the same timeline, kind of like how Cable does it or Bishop does it or any kind of time travel happens in when it comes to mutants and Marvel or whatever the case may be. But I might have a theory. Maybe Joseph Magneto is the same Magneto in Age of Revelation. Maybe. Because he only wants to be called Magneto. But back to the story here. So from this standpoint, Astra and fake Magneto is plotting to become the leadership of 3K. Because Cassandra on one end, Astra on the other, and she got Magneto in her employ. Which brings it to the meeting, to now. And Cassandra straight out the gate, look, I'm assuming position of chairwoman. And Astra like, nah, I don't think so. Like, I'm going to be chairwoman of this council. I'm going to be over 3K. And from that standpoint, she sicks Magneto on Cassandra Nova. Now, what you got to understand is, even though this is a Magneto clone, he does have abilities to control metal. Also, that helmet has the ability to block telepathic intrusion or telekinesis of any stretch of the imagination. But Cassandra Nova is not a slow lead. Like, come on now. She plotted and planned on this situation to transpire. So she basically got another mutant, Myriad, to actually take the helmet off so Cassandra could do a telepathic attack. Now, from that standpoint, yes, some other stuff happened, and this was a very short, like, fight, if you will call it that, because the actual chairman shows up, and that chairman is Beast. Now, it is explained when Cyclops, or the future Cyclops, came back to current Cyclops mindset, he's trying to start Revelation, and he was talking to Beast. But that Beast did not come with him. That Beast went to 3K. And he says, if you could return to your places. As your chairman, I'm calling this meeting of the great table of 3K to order. And going further, he says, yes, I was not the only one taken. The same thing happened to Scott Summers, Cyclops. I posed as his Beast, of course, not letting on that I am and continue to be the genuine Henry McCoy, misunderstood savior of Krakoa, etc. And I adventured with these future X-Men and strive to save the world. We failed. And Wyatt was like, what does that mean for us now? Like, do we win in the future? He like, before the end of the world? We don't. The X-Men, the Alaskan ones do. They beat us at our own game. As it turns out, it was Douglas Ramsey in his position as Revelation, the heir to Apocalypse, leader of the X-Men, who did everything we have been trying to do. He engineered a mutagenic agent, an X virus, that transformed sapiens into mutants that infected the land so that only mutants could live there, and blamed it on us. His territory spread from the Atlantic Ocean to the Mississippi, and still it grew. Seeing that mutant land, walking upon it, breathing its air, I felt one thing, one emotion. This future can be changed, says Schwarzschild. So Schwarzschild was like, yeah, we can change the future. You know, what can we do to make it ours? He was like, you know what? You're right, Schwarzschild. We can and we will. Unfortunately, you won't live to see it, because in the future, you were an X-Man, but not one of ours. Theirs, X-Men. And at that point, he tells his subordinates, go ahead and kill this man off. Go ahead and take him off the board. Now, this beast is savage, okay? Like, I don't want no parts of this beast, like, in any stretch of the imagination. And he goes on to say, I told you I brought something back with me. It's what will secure the future for us. It was my own work assembled over a decade in analysis data. I know how to create the X virus. Now, that is pretty much the end of this book. Like, it wasn't a whole lot that was going on, but I do have some gripes about this book, because 3K's mission is to turn humans into mutants. And the fact that Beast is jealous of the fact that he assembled like some of the smartest mutants alive to be a part of this team to orchestrate this, a mere child, or boy as he would say it, was able to be successful where they were not being successful, and he made them the scapegoats of it. So he's like, I got the X virus, I perfected it, and I'm going to create my own Age of Revelation. This is where my gripe is. Please do not tell me we about to do this all over again, because I'm telling you, this whole Age of Revelation thing could have easily been an isolated story with the adjectiveless X-Men. We didn't have to bring Uncanny X-Men in it. We didn't have to put Storm in this situation. We didn't have to put Spider-Man, Cloak and Dagger, Iron Man, like Emma Frost. We didn't have to do none of those things. This could have been an isolated adjectiveless X-Men, to a point where it looks as though that you're stretching this thing out on purpose, because maybe I'm just speculating. Maybe I don't have any other ideas right now. So let me stretch this thing out as much as I can. But my guess is this is all going to get mixed up. Like, Cyclops and this beast is going to get mixed up. Now, I don't think they're going to be successful, because I don't think they're going to make it that far to redo Age of Revelation. But it goes further to what I'm saying, that when X-Men number 23 with Cyclops with RLDS, it kind of like, okay, the whole story of Age of Revelation was a bunch of bullshit. That's what it was. And then when you get 24, it kind of solidifies that in ways, because like Beast's like, look, I'm going to recreate the X virus, and we are going to be the saviors, and we're going to be the one that win. I've been to the future. Like, this is what it's going to be. I'm not a big fan of that. Like, I wasn't a big fan of this issue altogether, to be honest with you. I don't know. It just doesn't hit for me. It doesn't hit for me. Maybe for you, maybe it hits for you, but it definitely doesn't hit for me. Like, this could be something else, like totally different, like, you know, totally different storyline or whatever the case may be. Like Inglorious X-Force. Inglorious X-Force feels like it is its own story, right? And Uncanny X-Men is back to its greatness that it is, you know, with Mutina and everything else in between. Like, I feel like it's gonna be some great storytelling going forward. And adjectiveless X-Men, even like before this issue, before issue number 24, even with Cyclops, if you just left it with Cyclops, and yeah, you got to kind of tie in that loose end with Beast. You got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Beast could have very well just been left in the future. And considering how these days our attention spans are, we probably would have forgot about it, to be honest with you. Probably would have forgot about it. You could have an internal conflict with the current Cyclops and the future Cyclops somehow, some way, make that work. I don't know. You could have figured that out, but I don't know. Not a big fan of X-Men number 24, man. I was expecting more, but nah, it's really not hitting for me. Really not hitting for me. Listen, you already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. And when you hit that notification bell, hit that drop down box and select all. That way you get notified on all of our content, whether it's live or recorded. Now, I can't wait for other X titles to come out, like the Cyclops solo run, back to brass tacks with Storm. And I'm a little interested in Wade Wilson's Deadpool. And I'm very much interested in Magic and Colossus. So those X titles I'm actually interested in. And honestly, there's Iron Man issue number 1 that comes out this week. So I may cover that. But until next time, y'all, peace.